Anin, Bojo, Indigenous Norm Dokis, Natawabam, Ojikawadjik, Okikendat, Dokis First Nation Ndunjaba. I'm the president of Ganawandaagwad. We are a history nonprofit corporation who works primarily with Dokis First Nation history. And I welcome you just as this Manitou rock welcomes you. This rock is located on what we call in Dokis on the lower French River. And when the sun hits it in just the right way, you could see our ancient Manitou standing here. In fact, this whole rock face on the backside, we call it, of Chimney Island has a lot of pictographs on it. And it is a very historical place. In fact, the whole French River is very spiritual for our people. We're having a bird's eye view now of Chimney Island. In fact, there's an eagle nest right on the middle of the island too as well. Our whole existence started with this nonprofit corporation because of collective interest about the chimneys on the French River. This particular chimney here on Chimney Island is interesting because it contains raw copper ore, which leads me to believe that the copper ore source came locally. Who built this chimney? There are reports that it was the Hudson Bay Company post long time ago. Well, probably mid-1800s. Here we have also a bird's eye view of Pukwana Island, named Pukwana by our people as a meeting place. This chimney here on this island is quite interesting because of these rocks right here. It seemed that they looked for a place with a lot of rocks to build this chimney. And this chimney was part of a youth camp, an old youth camp. It's quite large, in fact, this chimney, so it also leads me to believe that this was a very large building. If you ever come to Pukwana Island and visit this chimney, you could see all around you very well. Now we're at what we call the blasted channel at the second bridge, the Portage Dam site, moving upstream towards the dam. Historically, this channel was created originally in the 1950s to create the Portage Dam, which let out more water out of the Lake Nipissing to lessen the flooding for residents of the North Bay area. This is the Dokis Hydro Dam, or sometimes called as the Okikendat Hydro site. And interestingly enough, funds from this hydro site fund our nonprofit corporation's activities. On the right of this hydro dam is a copper vein. There are portions alongside of this channel also that contain Amazonite, the sacred green rock of our people. Collectively, we work as a corporation to bring you history of Dokis First Nation people. Some of that history comes as genealogy, geography, geology, or maybe just about common facts or points of interest. Myself, I have been working mostly all my life on history and listening to the elders of our community. And a lot of those stories, that's how they were passed on to me. This is looking downstream at the second bridge from, I guess, looking west. And everybody who was anybody in the fur trade traveled this area of the French River. This part of the French River is called Ojikawadjik, and it means spirit of the living child. And every year in the spring, that's what happens. That water renews itself just like a newborn child. Here we're looking at the first bridge, the historic Chaudière Falls. And this here is really interesting. This is altar rock, and people would come here and do offerings. And then later on, through catechism with the Roman Catholic Church, they would also use it as an altar and do their prayers. Just a little further down is an obelisk, kettle rock, and this is quite famous to our people as well. It looks like just like a nice rock, but in fact, it helped gorge this channel through, probably because of its hard granite. And in closing, we'd like to show you some of those rock formations along the French River. Indian Head Rock and Turtle Rock. So thank you for joining us on this little journey and this video, and we hope that you enjoy our website. Miigwech.